What is up, guys? Rick Kakis here, and it's happened. It's here. The Destiny 2 official world premiere trailer has launched. It's crazy to think that the last time we were watching a reveal trailer for Destiny was for Destiny 1 in 2013. What? Like, that is so crazy. But now, after years and years, the sequel we've all been waiting for is here. And so today, we're going to showcase that trailer. We're going to break it down and analyze all the information it shows, including key storyline elements, new enemies, new weapons. And then we're going to talk about a bunch of huge Destiny news that also came out at the same time as this trailer. Guys, I guarantee you're going to learn something in this video. So, let's get started. But just before we do, guys, if you enjoy this content and want to see more, take a quick second to support the video by liking, commenting, and especially sharing. It really does help me out. And so, the world premiere trailer, let's get started.
Times may be dark, but we are Earth's greatest hope. Look around you. A gathering of noble guardians new and old.
Okay, listen up. You're a bunch of dirty misfits, but you're all that's left, so you'll have to do.
Our home was attacked. I was there and fought against the endless onslaught.
They kept coming, so I kept firing. Not gonna lie, I was magnificent.
Despite the sacrifice of many brave guardians, we lost everything. The tower, the city, our home.
So, everything is gone. Your stuff, my stuff, most importantly, my stuff.
Today we know our enemy. His name is
Gary! Or Gil. Glenn? Is it? I don't know. It's something with a G!
Gaul. I know you look to me in times of peril, but this is not my battle alone.
Which means if I don't see you out there, I'll kill you myself.
It is time to avenge this injustice, for that is the duty of all guardians.
Worst case scenario, you die. But who knows? Maybe you won't.
So I ask you, who will stand with me?
Yeah! Really, guys?
That was inspiring.
Also, there will be a ton of loot! Yeah, right? That's what I thought.
So, there you have it, and I think the most important thing revealed in that trailer is that Cade 6 is indeed still a badass. God, that character is so well done. Nathan Fillion voicing that guy, whew, that's some top-notch stuff right there. Now, on to the potentially more important things. We did have quite a few things shown off in this trailer. Nothing necessarily drastically new in terms of the overall story arc. This was something that I and other people reported on well before the official trailers, was that the leading theory, which obviously turned out to be correct, of the Cabal invading the last city. Of course, there is missions in the game right now where you deal with the Cabal and they're sending out distress signals to the larger Cabal fleet. And a lot of people surmised, and again were correct, that the Cabal would respond to these signals and invade, but we see the scope of the invasion in this trailer. Like this picture here showing how much damage the Traveler has taken. Like, that's insane. The entire last city presumably is under siege. Maybe there's pockets of resistance, but likely it's been evacuated and everyone's gotten the heck out of there. So again, the scope of this invasion that again you can see from this screenshot here showing the ships coming down is huge. Now this screenshot also does show, and I'm definitely reading too much into this, but it shows one of the Guardian ships that we all are familiar with shooting. The ship is shooting. Space battles confirmed for Destiny 2? Well, I wouldn't quite say that. However, I do want to mention this because in Destiny 1, there was a point sometime during development where you could actually engage potentially other players, but you could do things with your ship. You could move around your ship, and they were thinking about introducing space battles and perhaps ship-to-ship combat as an actual thing in Destiny 1. So perhaps they're going to go back to that idea, refine it, and introduce it to Destiny 2. Again, maybe it'll be the PvP dogfights that I'm sure a lot of you guys are hoping for, but more likely if they do this, it'll be certain missions perhaps, where you have special missions dedicated to just space combat, or perhaps the beginning of a mission you'll pilot your ship onto the place you need to land, and then you'll continue with the rest of the mission on foot. But I thought that this part of the trailer showing one of the Guardian ships engaging enemies with guns was a little interesting. Moving on from there, I want to continue with, again, the scope of this invasion when we look at this screenshot here. The tower that we've spent so much time in. We've danced the night away. We've done a million emotes in this tower. It is gone. Like, the tower is completely destroyed. This really kind of surprised me a little bit because I did not expect this much destruction, especially for the tower. I half expected, the tower would have some dirt, some battle scars, some holes in it, and you'd go back and you'd liberate the tower. But quite frankly, there doesn't look like there's a lot left to liberate. It looks completely destroyed. And so that's going to be quite interesting that there's no tower to liberate. You're starting completely from scratch. It's likely not to be a social space ever again. Perhaps it'll get remade, but if it does, it'll look totally different than it does right now. Alright, moving on from there, we have a new Cabal enemy type with this crazy looking attack dog. It's clearly a vicious creature. You can tell that by the teeth. That usually tips you off. But more importantly, the Cabal thought, you know what, this massive set of chompers isn't enough. We gotta add metal claws, it looks like, and metal blades out the top of the head. It's pretty aggressive there, but in any event, this is a look at a new enemy type for the Cabal, absolutely going to be in Destiny 2, like I guarantee it, and this is really going to give the Cabal more of a punch, more of that aggressive playstyle that's kind of missing. They kind of do stand back, they don't really charge you as much, they're a little bit more of a defensive enemy type to fight, but this is kind of going to be their version of Thralls, the enemy type that pressures you and makes you come out of cover and makes you, have to engage them or die, essentially. Now, moving on from there, we get a look at Big Bad Gary, as he's called in the trailer, but this is the Cabal leader. This is the guy that has led the invasion on Earth, that has led the strike into the last city. And with this guy being shown, I mean, the first thing I'm thinking about is a raid boss, because one of the theories right now is that the raid in Destiny 2, the original raid, is going to be to go retake the city. It's actually going to be maybe in the tower, maybe in somewhere in the city. You go in, you take back the city, and you fight this guy as the final raid boss. That is definitely possible. They could pull kind of a original Destiny with orcs, where you go and kill him, and then you kill him again in the raid perhaps, but this is the big bad enemy guy that we have to go and kill. So I'm sure we'll deal with him in some way, either at the end of the story missions or in a raid or even perhaps in a strike, but I can guarantee we will kill him somehow. Now next up, there was a bunch of different weapons that I spotted in this trailer, so let's take a look. Firstly, we have pretty clearly a screenshot of a new or refined Omelon gun. At first I thought, holy crap, this is the Omelon auto rifle, which right now isn't in the game. We just have the hard light. We don't actually have the legendary Omelon auto rifles that you would expect. This could be our first glimpse at what that is going to be in Destiny 2. However, it doesn't per se look super auto rifle-ish. It could be a pulse rifle. We don't have Omelon pulse rifles in the game right now either, so that's pretty interesting. It could also just be a refined scout rifle. It doesn't look like the current scout rifles in the game right now, but again, it could just be a redesign of what those can kind of look like. So either way, very interesting look at hopefully a new Omelon gun type. After that, we have, with Zavala talking in the foreground, in the background we have what looks like a very interesting auto rifle design. Honestly, it kind of looks like the Titanfall 2 and Titanfall 1 auto rifle, the R101C carbine. Like, that's what it looks like to me. And the reason I'm pointing this gun out is, what is this for? What is this for? Because it doesn't have the red, like it's not a Suros per se. It doesn't have Vanguard stripes. It just looks like an auto rifle in some aspect of the game. So something new here. Perhaps it's a new foundry. The blanket white design representing a fourth foundry. That is definitely possible. It does make sense that if Destiny 2 comes out, they won't stick with the same 3 foundries we've had for over 2 years now. They're going to expand and hopefully add a 4th, maybe even a 5th foundry. And so this is potentially a glimpse at one of those. Alright, next up, we have the screenshot of everyone cheering at Zavala's powerful and moving speech. And we see another look at the Omelon weapon that I pointed out earlier. This time, it looks a lot more auto rifle-ish, in my opinion. Could still be a pulse rifle, could be a redesigned scout rifle, but this to me very much looks like an auto rifle. To the right, however, we've got a Vanguard gun. Kind of looks like the Shadow Price, honestly, remade and a little bit better looking for Destiny 2. And then just to the right of that, what do we have? It's the Suros shotgun. A better look at the Suros shotgun that was in the first poster for Destiny 2 that was leaked. We get another look at that same Suros shotgun on the back of this Guardian here. So the fact that this Suros shotgun keeps appearing is kind of pointing to the fact that it's not an exotic. Like, Cade 6, you will see him using his Ace of Spades in the trailer. That's his weapon. That's kind of an exotic. It is literally an exotic in the game. You don't see a bunch of people having that, but because a bunch of people have this Suros shotgun, that points out that it's a new gun type being added into Destiny 2, which is very exciting. I think I'm going to do a video on all of the different missing gun types, but there's a lot of them. Suros shotguns, Omelon pulses and autos, Hawka scout rifles. There is a lot of missing gun types, and hopefully Bungie expands on those and doesn't just add cool looking guns, but adds differentiated guns like the Suros shotgun has unique properties. Perhaps it gets very accurate when aiming down sights, but has a wider than normal spread otherwise. Something like that to differentiate it again from the existing shotguns we all know and love and or hate. And lastly, we have the end screen, showcasing firstly the official release date of September 8th. This was on the leaked poster, and now it's absolutely 100% confirmed to be official. Destiny 1 did come out September 9th, if you can remember, so definitely adds up. Now we also see that if you pre-order Destiny 2, you will gain early beta access. Now, do you have to pre-order the game to play the beta? Is it open? Is it closed? What's the deal with that? Well, there was actually a news article on Bungie's official website that came out in combination with this trailer and detailed some pretty interesting information. Firstly, about the beta. It is an open beta, meaning anyone can play the Destiny 2 beta. However, if you pre-order the game, you will get a few days early over those people who have not pre-ordered. So that's what's happening there. Now, if you're someone who's watching this video and thinking, I wish this was gameplay, when are we going to see actual gameplay? We've got some news on that as well. It has been revealed that on May 18th, there is going to be the official Destiny 2 gameplay live stream. Yes, a live stream showcasing Destiny 2 gameplay. I definitely didn't expect that. I thought we'd get a gameplay trailer first and then get maybe a live stream after that. But no, Bungie is diving head first and going right for the gameplay live stream. So that's actually pretty cool. We aren't going to see some pre-cut section of the game, the coolest part of the game. We're going to actually see Bungie playing their game in front of us and hopefully showing us a lot of stuff. That should be actually pretty exciting. Now moving on from there, a little bit more exciting Destiny news. If you go to the official Destiny website, you can start to pre-order the game. You can buy the game right now, and if you click platform, guess what comes up? PC. So 1000% confirmed Destiny 2 is coming to the PC. Additionally, it also shows that when you pre-order the digital deluxe edition, you can also pre-order the game with the season's pass. We're getting an expansion 1 and 2. This is somewhat similar to what we had with the original Destiny and the season's pass for the Dark Below and the House of Wolves. Now, unfortunately, it wasn't the smoothest launch with Destiny 1 because of that. Destiny was heavily criticized because it lacked content, and the fact that you could go to areas coming in these DLCs, and a lot of the content seemed to be cut out and put in these DLCs, definitely didn't help. So hopefully, this time around, Bungie will learn their lesson. They've definitely had a smoother and longer development. If you actually look into the history for Destiny 2 when compared to Destiny, they had to start over like a year before it came out. So hopefully that won't be the case, but there you have it. There is going to be 2 expansions and an expansion pass coming with the game. But not only that, we gotta look at the symbols for these expansions right here. So expansion 1, that's the symbol for Trials of Osiris. So Trials of Osiris expansion, well, it's likely not going to be entirely built on that PvP game mode. Hopefully we'll get to learn more about the actual Osiris character. The storyline for the game is going out and recruiting all of these people to help take back the last city. Osiris seems like the type of dude I'd want on my side if I was taking back the last city. We also have the symbol for the War Mind, present on expansion 2. So will we finally find out more about Rasputin? Will we finally get a Warmind on our side? This could be the time for that to happen. Very interesting stuff, guys. I can't wait until March 18th to actually see some gameplay. So that's going to be it for the video. I hope you enjoyed and learned something new. Now, if you did, please remember to help me out by simply rating and especially sharing this video. If you guys want to see more Destiny and Destiny 2 content, be sure to slap that subscribe button. And make sure to press the bell beside subscribe if you actually want to be notified of new uploads. Now, if you guys want to get in touch with me and keep up to date with the latest channel activity, the best way is to follow me on Twitter at RickCacus. That's linked in the description down below, as is my Twitch channel, which you can also follow. Again, I hope you enjoyed this video, and as always, have a good day.